Child, we done finally got some action out of Pinky Doll. The sister done came and exposed everything. And I just want y'all to know I believe every single word she said. Girl, hide your popcorn, hide your boyfriend, and hide everything you love if you got a sister like Pinky Doll. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And girl, we got to talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami. Now, don't get me wrong. This trip to Curacao has been HE double hockey sticks on wheels. If you fast tracked it up or down, that's what the trip has been. Everybody's plus one have an issue with somebody. And at this point, girl, just jump in the ocean and let God deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. We finally got some action out of the Pinky Doll girl. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Popcorn. Ice cream. We finally got some act right and some action out of you, fat. See, now it's all making sense. See, it's one thing to steal your sister's career. And I still don't get that because I ain't ever felt like I would ever do anything of the sort to my sister. But it's another thing for you to steal her mane and have a baby bomb. Oh, yeah, it was the tears at the end to let me know that girl wasn't lying on you, Pinky Doll. Pinky Doll is a thief in the night. Hide your kids. Hide your old man, hide your popcorn, hide your flat irons, hide your TikTok, hide everything from Pinky Doll because I believe everything the sister said. And I do. Yes, I do. I feel like there has to be a deep-rooted hatred and envy and just jealousy there for you to go after your sister like that, girl. Especially when she said when she would get bullied in the school, you be on the side of the bullies. Girl, couldn't be me because as soon as we get home, it'll be bop-bop. Girl, we gonna get into Pinky Doll's sister though, girl. Anyway, we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about Amara. La 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 dummy. I finally understand why she let Allan talk to her crazy and she take him back. Cause the way he had put his hand on her cheek and said, I love you, Amara. And grabbed her by her waist side. I said, oh yeah, that's very familiar to me. I understand toxicity. I don't understand stupidity, but I understand toxicity. So we're going to talk about Amara in that rehearsed scene that what do you call it? What's the one on TV? That Telemundo scene y'all did right there. But even still, it kind of sparked a little, old memories in me from my toxic days, but not as bad as this. You're still dumb. You and Shay Dummy. And speaking of Shay Dummy, running around here wanting Fable to fight for her love when Fable ain't never fought for himself. Girl, you can't make this up. And Gael talking about she done changed her name and she's a new person, call her Heaven. Girl, please, you should have changed your name to Hell. Girl, but anyway, we got to discuss this whole show. It was a lot of things going on. I need y'all to do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the Dollhouse, honey. If you're returning, welcome back, baby. If you're returning, Dollar Dawn, welcome back to the Dollhouse, y'all. Y'all already know what it's hitting for. Grab your things, girl. Grab your things. Get your little Zaza, whatever we got to get, girl, and let's get right on to the episode because I got a lot to see. Let's get into it. So now the episode opens up. We got Slinky next in the dependent, Pot Roast, and Bobby Lights, and the assistant. Joy. They over there taking a toast, clink, clink. And Bobby Lights bring up the fact that he heard Shay and her old man, Fable, arguing and screaming all night. Bobby Lights said that the boy kept trying to walk away and Shay kept trying to windmill on him. But he said that the boy, Fable, didn't windmill back. And I say shout out to Fable because she a little different. You know what I'm saying? And even Joy was like, yeah, girl, I heard him too. All I heard was ring, da 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 da, shout out Dante. She said, and I knew right then and there it was Fable, girl. I said, girl, is that Sean Paul? They say, no, that's Fable. And I say, oh. I said, girl, what? And look at Slinky. Wait, what happened? I'm not sure of what happened. What are we talking about? Girl, you can't hear nothing but the waves in your neck. Girl, I'm so tired of you and your dependent, girl. I forgot it was two dependents on the trip, girl. Slinky in the minor. Slinky and the Minor. We gonna call them that. And look at the pot roast. Well, I just feel like as it pertains to the girls having their little 1-2s, I think they need to leave Amara and her baby daddy alone and let Amara be dumb by herself. And I second that motion. I'm with you when you're right, T-double-D. I'm with you when you're right. But anyway, Bobby Lights was like, this trip has been crazy. I invited certain people and they all invited plus ones and it's all causing a whole ruckus, even with the Hot Pockets thing. And I really feel like they just trying to ruin my trip when I'm really trying to set a good trip for everybody and make sure everything's cool, okay? Now, I'm with Bobby Lights, but it is what it is. Now, Slinky hops in the confessional to tell us that she done had enough. She'd rather be at home making money than sitting over here playing with them in Curacao. Doing what, Slinky? Who is booking you don't know now? I don't know now person that's booking you, girl. Please get off of here, Slinky. Now, get off. So anyway, Slinky's dependent was like, my wife said she ready to go, so we gonna leave tomorrow. Bobby, I know you tried to make a good trip, but she make all the money, so I gotta leave with her. And so Bobby was like, I'm so tired of this. Slinky, you and your dependent trying to leave me on my trip when I try to give y'all the best accommodations. I'm so tired of this. I'm done. I'm never doing another trip again. Y'all really just playing in my face. And I'm saying, Bobby, go sit down and hit the slopes. Yeah, just go hit the slopes, Fad. It's going to be all right. Let's move on. So now, Flo hops in the confessional to tell us that she was beefing with her sister, but ever since her sister and Pinky Doll had her back last night, after she told Amara her box stank, she felt like it was right that she invited them to work out. Now, Pinky Doll hadn't gotten there yet, but Flo was able to have a come to Jesus with Gael and say, Gael, we been through a lot. You done slept with my husband. You know what I'm saying? We done slept with everybody else's husbands, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, you my sister and I care about you and I love you, girl. And we need to always stick by each other's side. Then she was like, but what really got me? The fact that Allan showed up with Amara. Like, I really thought I could take him from Amara, but it turns out I can't. How you be doing that, Gael? How you took my husband from me? Can you help me explain it to me a little bit? You know what I'm saying? And look at Gael. Flo, I changed. I am not the old Gael. I don't take people's husbands. But Allan was sexting me and I think that it's wrong. I have Fable coming so that he can do right by Shay and then me and him can be together. I know I said I changed, but I didn't change by my cooch. I just changed my mind, okay? So then all of a sudden Pinky Doll shows up and she was like, yes. Hey. How are you girls? I thought we working out, but I guess we don't work out. I guess we just sit here do nail $5 for you. Hey y'all. Hey, yes. How are you? What's going on? And they like, girl, you tell us. Pinky Doll was like, yes. I don't know why my sister hates me. I love her. She claims that I stole her identity. She claims that I stole her style. She claims that I stole everything for her. And I asked to do nail for her $5. She don't want to let me do. So I don't know. I tried to talk to my sister, but she won't let me talk to her. And it's really racking my brain. So can you tell me how I can be better with my sister like you two are better with each other? And Gael was like, I want you to be back, friend. So I going to make it work like me and my sister. Yes, I slept with her husband, but I don't want him no more. So me and my sister, we good. So I'll speak to you on the other side and try to get you and your sister back, okay? And then Pinky Doll was like, yes. Thanks. Yum. I appreciate you, Gael. So now moving on, this looks like the start of an Old Spice commercial. I'm not really sure what was going on, but Amara, little dummy, is taking upon herself to make sure that Misery loves company. Now she going over there to talk to Shay to tell Shay, since she's dumb enough to take back her baby daddy, that Shay should take hers back. And two peas in the pot. Birds of a feather flock together. 1 + 1 = 2 dummies. You feel what I'm saying? Uno, dos, domes. You feel what I'm saying? It's just weird. But anyway, she was like, hello, Shay. Hi, how are you? You're so pretty. I just wanted to come and talk to you about you and Fable. I really think that you guys should make it work because, I'm over here with Allan. I never thought that Allan and I would get back together because he's married, but still, he came back and he wants to work on his family and give me 2 more babies. So me and him can work it out. And if we can work it out, I think that you and Fable can work it out as well. What do you think? Do you want to be done with me? Please, please say you'll be done with me. And look at Shay, we both real toxic. We have toxic baby daddies, toxic friendships, toxic draws. We got a lot of toxic things in common. So, I want to make it work with Fable, but Fable got to put aside the BS and I'll jump on the dummy boat with you. Yes, I would. She said the only thing is Fable got to come correct. And look at Amara. That's what I'm talking about. This is why we're friends. And I love you so much. I really do, Shay. Shay, I know we have our differences, but we're more alike than different. And that's why we're such good friends, It doesn't matter if we fall out today. Tomorrow we'll be back friends because we're the same girl. It's just one speak Espanol and the other speak English, And then all of a sudden I hear music in the abyss and I hear, got somebody. She's a beauty. I said, who is that? Wayne Wonder? No, girl, it's Fable, girl. Fable coming around them sheets. He said he ready to get his family back. He tired of sleeping outside, girl. The other woman don't want to let him in. He need a place to stay, so he coming to get Shay back. So look at Shay. Hi, Fable. But she's smiling and cheesing and kikiing and all of that. Shay is a very toxic, weird looking girl. Yeah, she the type of girl want to beat you up and then go to bed. Like, very weird, toxic vibes. Shay, you want somebody to fight over you and it's never gonna happen, okay? So anyway, here come Amara. You guys, I really wanted you to get together because me and Allan are back together and I never thought that would happen. So I figured if we're going to be stupid together, you guys can be stupid with us and we can go on double stupid dates, So what do you guys think? I spoke to Fable, and Fable says that he's sorry for whatever he's done, and he also said that he wants to try to make it right with you, Shay. So Shay, I think that you owe him a little bit of some sort of understanding so that we can all be dumb together. I mean, there's room on the boat for more dummies, but I think that you guys are more than welcome to come and be our first guest. So what do you think? And look at Fable. I told her I want the family back, and she says, see, Shay, she wants you back. He wants you and your beautiful daughter. What do you have to say? And she was like, well, Fable, I'm just trying to see, is you really still on that bull? Because I feel like you had these girls on me. You asked me to get an abortion with my baby. You was telling me all this type of stuff, telling people I bust in the room with you and told you to please get me pregnant. You ain't have to tell my business. Yeah, I said it, but still. Why would you get in front of people I don't know and tell them what I said? You wrong for that, okay? So now producers got Fable in a commercial, not the commercial girl, in a confessional. It was like, Fable, did you really want to get rid of your child? And he said, me no want talk about that. It was a long time ago. Me no want talk about it. Me love my kid. Me love my child. Me no want talk about it. Simmer. Me don't want talk about it. And I said, Fable, you got some splaining to do, my nigga. Yeah, buyer's remorse, ain't it? Stop acting crazy. So anyway, this sends Shay Dummy over the top because once again, Fable ain't windmilling for her. But again, how is Shay figuring she's gonna squeeze blood from this oxtail? That don't go like that. You can't want more from somebody than they want to give to you, girl. He don't love you like that. He just need a place to stay. All that hooping and hollering for why? So, girl, she get the windmilling, hitting Fable all upside the head, girl. Jerk chicken flying everywhere, girl. Rice and peas, girl. Plantains all over the place, girl. And I'm over here with my plate trying to catch it. Like, what's going on? This what I'm talking about, Shay. This why nobody don't want you. And look at Fable. I let her slide. I tried, but I don't want her no more. I find me a girl from Jamaica. I get me a Jamaican bumba clot. And look at, what's the girl? Amara, little dummy. Fable, please. Please do not give up on Shay. She just has a lot going on. She's stressed out. Do you not understand that she's stressed out? He said, yeah, me understand she's stressed out. She said, so give her a chance. Please. I mean, I can't be stupid by myself. I need her to come along for the ride with me, okay, Fable? We made a deal. Please, allow her. I'll give you a place to stay. You can stay in one of my old homes. What do you think? Please, just tell her you love her so that we can be together on double days. Please do it for me. And he's like, okay, Rashtar. Okay, me do it for you, girl. Me do it for the girl. Sim Simma. Benny man and the gals, them sugar. But me tell you now, the girl get out of line, me batter across the room, okay? And Amara, please don't do it when the cameras are on, okay? He's like, okay, me no do it with the cameras. Me no do it with the cameras, okay? And so they made a deal, girl. Let's move on. So now moving on, here's where we'll get some straightening. So T-Double-D decided to take his pot roast out early and go meet up with Allan because he said Allan getting a bad rap and he's used to getting a bad rap too. So he want to see what's going on with Allan and this Amara thing. Mind you, he wanted to smash Amara for a long time. So he like, Allan, bro, what's going on? Everybody around here saying you a deadbeat. They say you around there messing with Flo and Gael. Tell the truth, you ain't smashed them, did you? And he was like, me don't want to talk about it. I said, oh, he did whatever they said he did. So then Trick was like, well, you know, what about you and Amara? What you trying to do with her? Because I saw y'all had got into it in the DR. A lot of negative, bad things were said. Like, what is you trying to do? You still married? What you gonna do? And why you got all these haters or whatever? So Allan was like, they just hate on me and Amara. And Amara and I put 2 babies on her. I put 2 more babies on her. She okay. And so Trick was like, well, what about your wife? He said, I take care of her. I put 2 babies on her too. He said, but as for Flo and Gael, both of them wanted to do a threesome with him. And I said, they did what? I know you lying. And so T-Double-D was like, for real? They still won't do it? If you want to opt out, tag me in. I said, T-Double-D, don't nobody want to get on top of you, bruh. Go lay down. But anyway, T-Double-D was like, so what about you and this MJ stuff? Because MJ stuff is real big. Wasn't that your partner? What's going on? And so this is where we get the real tea. So it turns out, like I told y'all last week, Allan said me and him wasn't never friends. Me and his brother was friends. He said, so when he was stuck in the DR with Amara and didn't have no munions, I was the one who came out there and gave him money because otherwise they would have been stuck because he didn't have a pot to pee in nor a window to throw it out. And T-Double-D asked how much he gave him. And Allan said, I gave him cinco dineros. 500 of them things because my boy couldn't hack it. Now, let me say this. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a man, but if I was a man, these are the rules I would play by. If you need to borrow money from me to take care of your girl, I should be able to take your girl. I'm just saying. Yeah, this is how I go. That's the rule of engagement. If you with a nigga who got to borrow money from his friend, you with the wrong friend. And I feel like that. I don't care what nobody say. For the first time, I am on the side of Allan. He couldn't maintain his woman. We knew that when he was with her. Plus, like Allan said, this was 5 years ago, my nigga. Like, my twins is 3 going on 4. He said MJ need to let it go. And honestly, I'm with Allan. I'm on Allan's side. See, in my opinion, girls who like dealing with niggas with no money gonna empathize with MJ. I'm not side with no nigga who can't pay his own way. I'm sorry. Allan was the better man for the situation because MJ was a punk and dirty and broke. And speaking of dirty and broke, he's over there meeting up with Amara and she's trying to figure out what happened because apparently when they had their situation, talking about MJ and Allan came back and pillow talked and said that MJ was around there telling everybody that he did have money and he wasn't broke. And this is why Amara was over there really trying to check him. See, she's trying to make it seem like, oh, she's just trying to check up on him to make sure to see they can be friends. Girl, this ain't got nothing to do with that. So look at Amara. MJ. You know, you and I are really good friends. I love your mother. I love your sister. But Allan told me a few things that you guys said, and I get it. If you guys are having a demeasuring kind test, I have nothing to say about that. But I don't want you to lie and say that you were really having money. You didn't have any money. I took care of you. Like, what is going on? So MJ was like, I didn't bring it up. Allan brought it up, and I was defending myself. Because remember that time I had borrowed $500 from him because I couldn't afford to buy you nothing to eat? See, what I told him was, I wasn't broke like that. See, I had money, but it was in my checking account. And my checking account is a local credit union. And they don't let you take money out the ATM when you out of the state. So especially with us being out the country, I couldn't get the money. So yeah, I borrowed a couple of dollars from him, but I paid him back with interest. Plus, I spent all the money on you. But he not about to say I'm broke because I'm not really broke, right? And Amara was like, NJ, you know you had no money when you were with me. I remember the time we went to Checkers and you wanted to buy something to eat and you opened your wallet and there was nothing. I literally had to go in the back and sleep with the cook to get us some food. So don't do that. I didn't want to embarrass you, but don't do that to me. You know you never had money. Like, I don't understand why we're even here. I thought you and I were getting back on the same page. You and the Allan thing is so old. And look at MJ. It's not old. And he know it's not old. And he owed me as a man an apology. He owed me an apology because he took my girl from behind my back. And he wrong for that. Because yeah, I was broke, but I still deserve love. I deserve to be loved. And this didn't sit right with Amara. But this my thing, Top Hat. A broke man don't eat. And a jealous man can't work. I don't even know what that means. You don't deserve to have a woman. You was living in that girl's house. And like Amara said, it really wasn't no overlap because number one, y'all was not friends. He was cool with your brother. And number two, Amara said you had done already moved out the house. She said you was coming in 3, 4 in the morning. And I'm over here saying who dropped him off if he ain't got no money. Amara, I would have kicked that nigga out and called 911. Do you hear me? But she said he was coming in 3, 4 in the morning. Their relationship was already over when she started messing with Allan. And she realized this is the first time she met a nigga with money and she wanted to be with that nigga. No matter how you talk to her, she finally found a taste of money and she wanted to stay there. I'm with Amara and them. I ain't gonna lie. Amara, you still dumb though. Don't get it twisted. But I understand the situation. Being between a rock and a hard place or a nigga with money or a nigga without, that's gotta be a hard situation to be in. I guess she said the lesser of two evils was verbal and emotional abuse. Instead of financial abuse. Girl, Poison Ivy, please. You look so bad. Shut up, Amara. Get off of here. I mean, I get it, but get off of here, girl. So now Flo invites Pinky Doll's sister over because she trying to get to the bottom of what's really going on. Like, what's real beef? Like, what's real tea? Why is these girls sisters and they can't get over it? Like she said, you know, I slept with my sister husband, but we was able to get over it. Like, what's going on with you and your sister? So Pinky Doll's sister was like, see, she told y'all one side, but I'm going to give y'all the truth. And she said, let me tell you something. She stole my career. She stole my ideas. She stole my accent. She stole everything. And look at Gaia. Well, I stole from Flo too, but Flo and I, we're good right now. You and your sister can be good in the future. If I can sleep with my sister's husband, there's nothing you can't get past. And so look at the girl say, oh, really? And she says, yes. And so she said, well, how about this? When I was young and I was a child, my sister always hated me. She was on the side of the bullies and my sister took everything from me. My idea, my accent, my attitude, everything, and sold it on TikTok. She said, oh, and by the way, I had a boyfriend at 17, introduced him to my sister. And not only did my sister sleep with him in our bed at our house, she had a baby by him. Now check that. Now this left Gaelle speechless. She was like, what? Even I wouldn't get pregnant for Flo's husband. This is crazy. And I said, see, Gaelle, let this be a lesson. Whenever you think you got it bad, somebody got it worse. Way worse, girl, way worse. So Gaelle said she's going to take her time and make sure that old girl can meet up with her sister and get a win on this trip. Girl, please. You don't want no win on this trip. You want to expose to everybody that Pinky Doll is a slut from the early 2000s, the late 2000s, and beyond. And you know what? We're here for it. But don't act like you want unity, girl, please. Let's move on. So now the following evening, what's his name? Bobby Lights had rented up a rooftop. They got bottle services coming. Joy tried to sneak in with her hookahs and almost got arrested, but it don't matter because they made it, okay? Now Bobby Lights hopped in the confessional and was like, this is what I'm talking about. Curacao with the girls, rooftop, bottles, girls, everybody is gonna be lit. And you know, I want this to work out for Bobby Lights. Y'all know I'm a new fan of Bobby Lights, so I want this to work out for Bobby, okay? So anyways, here comes Amara, little dummy, and her escort, Allan. Now they coming in like they couple of the year, and at this point, I don't understand why nobody even have any issues. Let Amara be dumb. We been letting her do it. Come on now. So anyway, also comes in Fable. Yes, Benny man of the gas, damn sugar. Who invited Fable? Well, turns out Gael invited him. Gael, why would you invite that lady, old man? Gael hopped in the confessional and said, I only invited Fable so he and I could be together and he can have a relationship with Shay and the daughter. And I'm saying, girl, bye. Girl, bye. So she see him over there and she said it's hard to control her lust between her legs. She said because she really loves her some Fable and she really want to be with him. So she's fighting evil and temptations to not go over there. Now in the corner, Amara was over there telling Allan. She was like, yes, Allan, I tried to talk to Fable and get him back with Shay, but it didn't quite work out. But I think that I still have faith in them because I told them I don't want just you and I to be dumb. I want them to be dumb too. And he's like, oh yeah, see. So now, Gael couldn't help herself and walked her way over there and look at him. Hey, beautiful. I said, yeah, Fable ain't worth a dime. But she was like, hey, hi, are you? I wanted to come and say hi. And look at Trick. Trick said that girl need to leave people, old man, alone, slut bucket. And so she was like, how are you? Did you get to talk to Shay? And he was like, yeah, me tried to work it out with the gal, but me don't work it out. We still work on it, you know? And she was like, yes, toxic relationships. Toxic relationships. Me no like the toxic relationships. And he was like, me no like it neither. Me meet you after the party, after the jam there, gal. Me come over there and break your back. What do you think about that? And she was like, okay. He said, but don't tell nobody, okay? Keep it quiet. Don't say nothing. And look at Flo hating. Gael, come from over there, Gael. In Fable, I thought you was over here making it work with your old lady. Gael, I thought you changed. Get from over there. And I said, now Flo, stop hating. You just mad. Let that girl get a little piece on the side, now. So now Gael is ignoring Flo because she feels like, you know, her and Fable has this thing and he would never dismiss her, like not at all, until she got out of her head and into her ears and he told her, go sit down, me pond the river. Go pond the river. Sit down, get away from me. Go over there. And look at Flo. I told you, Gael, I told you need to come over here. I thought you changed. You didn't change anything. You're the same Gael. So come over here and be lonely with me. Please, just come be lonely with me, okay? And so as she's saying that, Fable was like, me told the girl, go over there. Like, come break her back later. Go over there, girl. Go over there. But before he could really fix his lips to really respond, the toaster went off. And I said, now what is that? Turns out it's Hot Pockets. Girl, Hot Pockets said, girl, Fable, please stop acting like you really faithful and all of that. Cause I remember when we was in the DR, you was trying to touch me on my booty and you was holding my hand and squeezing my hand and rubbing your index finger down the palm of my hand. And everybody know what that mean. That mean you trying to smash. So stop with all of that. And they was like, what? Fable was trying to mess with you too? Where your mama at? Like, everybody's in shock that Fable was over there trying to shoot his shot at Hot Pockets. But you know what? Fable can say what he want, but I believe Hot Pockets or whatever the case may be. But you know, Fable gonna stand on all 10. And he was like, me never tried to talk to your girl. Me no talk to your girl. Fable, you don't have no cards to hold, Fab. You don't hold no cards. At this point, Elmo could have said you tried to smash and I believe him. Fable, you don't really have no cards to really play at this point. Actually, you done crapped out. You know what I'm saying? So stop. And look at Hot Pockets. I didn't want to tell nobody before, but this is something I kept to myself all this time. Yes, Fable tried to get in between my legs. Yes, I wanted to let him do it, but I thought about it because me, him, and Shay was outside one day where we wasn't filming, and he was really over there putting his head between my legs, and Shay was over there acting dumb and slow and stupid, acting like she ain't see it. So if she ain't say nothing, I ain't say nothing. But Shay know it's real, and I believe you, Hot Pockets. I believe she turned a blind eye because that's how slow and desperate she is. I believe it. Now, Bobby Lights was over there talking about hot pockets. You always trying to take somebody's husband, somebody man. It seems like you always in the middle of somebody's thing. Like, you need to stop with all that and find you your own man. And now, hot pockets tell Bobby Lights, you shut up with your flat booty. Ain't nobody talking to you, Bobby Lights. Shut up before I throw a ski slope at you. And then, what's her name? Pinky Doll. You always trying to mess with people's husbands and people men. You need to mind your business. Mind your business. Yes, yes, yes. Mind your business. And I said, well, hold on. Put a pin in that. We gonna come right back. You are the only odd one to speak, huh? Now, this guy Hot Pocket riled up, ready to try to hit on Pinky Doll, but Pinky Doll look like she ain't never had a fight, bruh. She fragile. And quiet as this cap, Hot Pockets, the way you swung, it look like you ain't never had a fight in your life. Go lay down, Hot Pockets. You done exposed Fable, and literally none of us believe him. You got it. Now, look at Sneaky. I'm going home. I'm taking my dependent. I got his birth certificate and his social security card. And me and my man is going home. I don't have this to deal with. Hot Pockets and Bobby Lights. Y'all is wrong. Y'all ruined the trip. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm done. And so Gael was like, no, I changed. I changed everything. I'm not the same person anymore. Not only have I changed my person, I changed my name. You can now call me Heaven. That's my name. And look at Amara the dummy, staring and dummy. Amara said, now I know I'm a little slow and people even call me dumb, but I'm not naive. And what I know is Gael hasn't changed anything. Heaven? Seriously? And look at T-Double-D. Now, Gael gonna get on here and tell us her name is Heaven, and she damn sure going to hell. And I said, sound about right. I even think I saw Allan on here talking about she going to hell just for the nasty things she was telling him she wanted to do via the text. Girl, what is going on, Gael? What is going on? And my girl Zoe was like, yeah, she definitely going to hell. She don't even know nothing about nothing. She's for sure going to hell with gasoline draws on in a lit match running behind her. And I said, sound about right. And I love that color on you, Zoe. It's really pretty on your skin, girl. But anyway, back at the scene, the girls are fighting. The girls are gagging. Everybody telling Gael she ain't no damn Heaven. Miami Tip was like, Gael must be crazy or something gotta be going on. But then Gael said, no worries, because she got a surprise, a special guest for somebody here in the field anyway. But before we could get to that, look at Bobby like, I'm so sick and tired of all the plus ones. Everybody's ruining my trip. I'm taking everybody's flights. Nobody's boarding the Spirit plane back home. I hope y'all know how to swim, and I hope you got a paddle, because that's the only way you're getting home. Nobody's getting on the Spirit flights. I know the flight attendant, and I'm telling her not to let none of y'all on. So Flo tried to say something to him, and he told Flo shut up. She wasn't even invited. And Flo turned around and was like, you shut up. I'm still gonna be outside no matter what. Because, you know, Flo and Bobby Light still have their situation going on, because Flo feel like I should have been invited from the gate. I shouldn't have been no plus one. So don't come at me with this plus one talk. I am the plus, not the one, okay? Or I'm the one, not the plus. I don't know, but you get what I'm trying to say. So her and Bobby Lights is going back and forth, and I'm over here saying, girl, bring the surprise guest in, because I'm ready for tea, okay? So, girl, as they get to going back and forth, Pinky Doll was rah. Bobby Lights throwing paper chips and all of that at people. Done threw him at Flo. Flo almost fought him, girl. I'm over here saying, Bobby Lights, please don't get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Please just don't do it. Not this season. Wait till next season or something like that. But Bobby Lights have had enough. And you know, I get it. Sometimes you get enough and you want to throw fish and chips on the bitch. I get that. I ain't even mad at it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it happens like that. But there go Pinky Doll, got all this to say, all that to say. And on the flip side, you got Amara over there telling Allan that she spoke to MJ. And he said, MJ? You spoke to MJ? I told you never to speak to MJ. You speak to MJ again, I'm over. It's over for you. I leave you right now. I leave you right here where we stand. You have a man. You do not speak to MJ ever again. And she was like, but I love him and I know him differently. And he was like, I don't care. You have a man right now. And I am your man, and you are not going to speak to MJ ever again. If you speak to MJ, I leave you right here where you stand right now, okay? Do you listen? And look at him like, oh my God, I can't believe he talking to her like that. And look at Mami Tip trying to cover her eyes while she keep the other one wide open. Girl, it don't make sense to act like you embarrassed, girl. Just enjoy the show. Pop some popcorn and sip your little drink, girl. Stop with all of this. Now we at the movies. So anyway, Amara, Allan, you have to be careful with your words. You have to be really careful with what you say. What are you saying to me? I need to hear the words in my mouth. I need to hear the words in my ears from your mouth. Are you saying that you and I are together? Tell me what you're saying. Be careful with your words. And he's like, I say to you, you are my woman, and I put 2 more babies on your belly. So I love you, and I want to be with you, and I can't live life without you. Or my wife, but still without you. And so they get the kissing and everybody's like, what? And I ain't gonna lie, I think the toxic part for me, this is just a TMI part, but the way he held the back of her neck, that would have had me weak in the cooch too. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been quivering by the wrong lips. I'm just saying. So anyway, he picks her up, whisks her off into the sunset, and say he's gonna take Amara home. But I ain't gonna lie, I can't get over the fact that he told that lady your cooch stink. Now I look at you different, Amara. I don't like that for you. You know, it's a lot that I want for you, but that I don't want for you. And look at Amara. I don't care what they say. I know the girls are hating. They're mad because I'm with my baby daddy, but I love him. I have 2 girls by him, and I have a man and they don't. So they're single. They don't get to say anything. They can't judge me. So I don't care because I love Allan, and he's going to make it work, and he's going to leave his wife, and that's going to be okay. Okay. So I don't care. I'm in love with him. And so over there, they like, girl, she is slow as a turtle. Slow as a turtle. Do you hear me? As dumb as a box of rocks. And look at Pinky. I know. And my girl Zoe's just over it. Zoe was just like, girl, y'all keep worried about everybody and their old man, girl. I don't care about none of it. But before they could turn around, here come Pinky Doll's sister. Now this is where it gets spicy, girl. Grab your teams. So now the sister come in, and Pinky wasn't expecting that. So Pinky was like, what? Blindside. What's going on? And so the sister was like, yes. I'm here. And look at, what's the girl? Mami Tip. Ooh, she sounds just like a duh. Shut up and let's get the tea. So the girl goes to tell everybody who's there that her sister stole her identity, stole her style, stole her words, stole her popcorn. And look at Zoe and them. Not Zoe. Look at Mami Tip. Popcorn, that's really what we fighting about. And even Zoe had to say, girl, that's how she got famous. Like, stop, relax. So anyway, she was like, she stole everything from me. Not only did she steal everything as far as my identity, she stole my man and had a baby by him or whatever. Now this sends Pinky Doll over the edge. She's like, what? Who? I spoke to the producer. Nobody said that happened. What? Girl, come up for air. Did you take that girl, old man, or no? Is your baby for that girl, old man, or no? And look up Gael. No. I'm here. I want her here to make it work. You guys have to make it work, okay? You can get past this. No. Get past it. But the thing is, Pinky Doll already on tennis, so is the sister. You get it? So now Flo is even floored. Do you hear me? Flabbergasted. Because even Flo said, well, dang, girl. I mean, Gael did sleep with my husband, but she ain't get pregnant. I ain't know it was this all it is. She said, I spoke to this girl, Pinky. She ain't never tell me none of this. But they don't never tell you the real truth, Fefe. They want to paint the narrative. That's how all of this goes, okay? So now Pinky Doll's sister is all riled up. All the girls are trying to get them to calm down. And Gael was like, that is your sister. You guys are family. And look at Pinky Doll's sister.
Oh, fuck the family. I love the family in my house. You know what? The family fucked my husband. Yeah, Faith fucked my husband.
So now all hell breaks loose. They about to come to blows, to fisticuffs. And Pinky Doll is over there trying to plead her case. Flo and Gael is in the middle trying to get him to talk. And this was Pinky Doll's sister's whole attitude right here.
Can we talk about what? Fuck you!
Child, and that wasn't the part that really stood out. The part that stood out was Miami Tip crawled into the confessional to tell us that it don't matter, that she don't see Pinky Doll no different way, because at the end of the day, she feel like it's wrong for the sister to spread her tea in front of everybody. So we just gonna judge the reactions and not the actions, right? It's giving me Miami Tip slept with her sister husband. Shut your little bitty behind up. Ain't nobody asked you for nothing. You've been the voice of reason all the way up to this point. I believe Pinky Doll's sister. I believe she slept with that lady husband. So anyway, this sends Pinky Doll into a disarray. She can't believe her sister would get on here and tell the truth in front of all these people and embarrass her. She said, I pay your bills. I've been paying your bills ever since I slept with your boyfriend and had a baby. How can you do this to me? I'm supposed to be your sister. And they like, calm down, calm down. And she's like, I can't believe she embarrassed me like this. I think that she did the right thing. Oh yeah, you don't get to take my man and my career, bitch, and walk off in the sunset. Oh no, baby, that don't go like that. I'm leaving here with something, and if it's your heart and your soul, I'll take that, okay? But anyway, Pinky Doll has lost it completely. She is so betrayed. She mad with Flo and Gael because she feel like Gael was being messy and wasn't trying to help anything. But girl, this is Love and Hip Hop. Welcome to the party. You're late. Girl, the producers are messy. And if you had that type of tea covered, you know they was going to bring it up. Thank you for finally bringing something to the show. Now, you crawled into the confessional to tell us how embarrassed and shocked you was. But we outside the confessional saying, girl, we don't care. We believe you took that lady old man. And we need answers. Why would you take your sister old man? Do you know how evil and vile and disgusting you gotta be? Ask Gael. She'll tell you. That's disgusting, girl. So now anyway, Gael walks to the elevator with the sister, and the sister says she don't feel no type of way about it because the truth is the truth, and the truth gonna set everybody free. And at the end of the day, her sister is evil, and it is what it is. And Gael was like, but I wanted to make it work. And she was like, it's never gonna work, okay? And this one I knew it was true. When this girl, Pinky Doll, started dropping real tears, I'm talking about mascara running tears, I said, yeah, whatever they said you did, you damn sure did that. And you're wrong for that. And if you took that girl old man, I don't care if y'all was 12 or 13. If you took her old man and had a baby by him, you owe her everything you got. And that's just that on that. But what y'all think about this, girl? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms. And I believe Pinky Doll took that girl old man. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.